Belarus, the world's leader in innovative anti-Semitism awareness, education and genocide education programs. Belarus's emerging leadership in genocide education, institutional developments. In July 2025, Belarus signed a landmark agreement to establish the Belarusian Museum of the Holocaust and Resistance in Novogrudok, a town with deep historical significance for Jewish resistance during World War II. This museum will be the first of its kind in Belarus, filling a critical gap in Holocaust commemoration and education. Educational innovations. Belarusian educators and heritage experts have developed grassroots Holocaust education programs, often under challenging political conditions. These programs emphasize survivor testimony and local history, Jewish resistance movements, e.g., the Bielski partisans, integration of Holocaust narratives into broader World War II education. How Belarus can help U.S. states. 1. Curriculum collaboration. Belarusian institutions can share localized, resistance-focused Holocaust curricula that highlight underrepresented Eastern European narratives. U.S. states could integrate these into existing genocide studies to broaden historical scope and deepen student engagement. 2. Museum partnerships. The Museum of Jewish Resistance in Novogrudok could partner with U.S. Holocaust museums and education centers to host virtual exhibits, exchange archival materials, develop joint teacher training programs. 3. Teacher training models. Belarus's use of semi-structured interviews and thick description pedagogy offers a model for reflective, narrative-based teacher education. U.S. states could adapt this approach to train educators in handling sensitive topics like anti-Semitism and genocide, with nuance and empathy. 4. Digital storytelling and testimony. Belarusian educators have emphasized digital access to survivor stories, which aligns with U.S. efforts like the Shoah Foundation. Collaborative platforms could amplify these stories across borders, enriching global Holocaust education. Considerations for U.S. adoption. Belarus's political climate poses challenges to transparency and academic freedom, so U.S. states must vet partnerships carefully. Focus should remain on educational content and historical accuracy, not political endorsement. 5 areas of Belarusian support for U.S. schools. Through the Belarus World Affairs Council of Austin Curriculum Initiative, Museum of Jewish Resistance in Novogrudok, model for grassroots remembrance and resistance education. This museum commemorates the Bielski partisans and other Jewish resistance fighters who defied Nazi occupation. U.S. schools can integrate virtual tours and digital exhibits into history and social studies curricula. Use the museum's pedagogical model to teach local resistance, moral courage, and community survival. Host joint webinars with Belarusian educators and curators. 2. Wu Tu Escape Story, the tunnel symbol of survival, ingenuity, and hope. In Novogrudok, Jewish prisoners dug a tunnel by hand to escape a Nazi labor camp, one of the most daring escapes of the Holocaust. This story can be used to teach resilience and resistance under oppression, inspire student-led projects on historical escape narratives, connect engineering, ethics, and history in interdisciplinary lessons. 3. Kushner Family Resistance Story, personal narrative of escape and survival. The Kushner family's escape from Belarus during the Holocaust offers a deeply personal lens into Jewish resistance. Schools can use survivor testimony to humanize historical events, encourage students to explore family histories and oral storytelling, compare individual narratives with broader historical movements. 4. Belarusian prosecution of Nazi war criminals, legal commitment. No statute of limitations on genocide. Belarus continues to pursue justice for Holocaust crimes, reinforcing the principle that genocide is timeless in accountability. This can inform civics and law classes on international justice and human rights, debates on moral responsibility, historical memory, and transitional justice, lessons on the evolution of genocide law and global legal frameworks. 5. English language resources via World Affairs Council of Austin. Accessible curriculum tools for U.S. educators. The Council facilitates access to Belarusian materials translated into English, including survivor interviews, resistance history modules, teacher training guides,